Well, I'm mostly known as a psychologist. I have a background also in social work. I first started out as a social worker and then went on to study psychology. I basically focused on working with individuals, mostly women, um, with interpersonal relationships, depression, anxiety, that type of thing. And then from there, I sort of moved into because I had my own spiritually transformative experiences and things like that. I started to move into the field of parapsychology. So I've done some training in that arena. And then I started to see clients that were having their own experiences, such as near death experiences, that type of thing. Predominantly as a psychologist, I would say. Yeah. My column is about the blending or the bridging of science and spirituality. I suppose when studying psychology, it is a science. I suppose some people would say a rather soft science, but it still does have, experimental design and that type of thing. And our practices are informed by research. So I suppose I am interested in what studies are coming out that are sort of actually providing some evidence now for spiritual experiences, sort of psychic phenomena, that type of thing. It's a really exciting, I think, field because there are some new emerging reports and things like that that I think give validity to people's experiences. And that's what I'm really passionate about because I have or had a lot of clients coming in saying things like, you're not going to believe me. You might think I'm crazy. This thing's happened. And it's like, I've heard this so much. There must be some science or, some sort of data that we're gathering on these experiences that hopefully sort of validates people's experiences. So yeah, that's what I'm wanting to do. And there's so many different arenas like, that this science is coming out in, and I'll talk a little bit about that in my, with the articles that I'm sort of thinking about doing, which is exciting as well. Well, hopefully validate maybe some of the experiences that they've had, or even some of the even anecdotal sort of thoughts that they've had about things as well. Because I've had that myself, and then I've realized, oh, there's actually some research out there or some emerging research that actually confirms what I've intuitively felt or anecdotally experienced or maybe just thought about. And I just hope that I can sort of help people make sense of things and give people permission to explore different things or actually, try different practices, that type of thing. And the other aspect I'm really passionate about is for them not to feel like that they are necessarily alone in their experiences, but also maybe I just have a lot of clients at times, are you going to think I'm not mentally well or I'm crazy or that type of thing? And it's which is quite upsetting because a lot of, most of them are of sound mind and have just had these really paranormal experiences and they're unable to explain it. So I just hope that maybe some people feel more settled in their sense of self as well when they may read about some of the science that's backing up some of these experiences too. That is in the area of nutrition. You're probably thinking, oh, but the title of it is, I thought about having it in front of me, is Do Dietary Practices Support Spiritual and Psi Development? So there is emerging research that actually is supporting that. Not that I'm espousing people to change their dietary practices in any way. But I think that this is really exciting research. And there's one new study that was undertaken last year that I'm actually talking about that is more a correlation study, but it's a start to sort of highlight that there is some relationship there between our dietary practices and people's psi or psychic abilities and experiences. So, yeah, which is really, really exciting. I mean, a lot more research needs to have happened yet, but again, it's just sort of showing a bit of a gateway and it might be adding another piece to the puzzle of how people maybe can develop their psi abilities or maybe put themselves in a position to have some experiences too. So if that's what they're looking for. Wow, that's a really good question. I think I have lots of fierce truths. But as I said earlier, I think because I'm in the field of, the word that comes to me is believable, that these experiences, do occur. They're more common than what people may realize. And people deserve to be believed because we now have the science to, back this up that people are not having a dissociative experience or something like that. I mean, could be a small percentage, but you know what I mean. Generally, most people are of sound mind and these experiences are valid. So probably, yeah, being believed and also that we are more than our physical bodies. I think that's another fierce truth of mine that we are much more than what we probably can actually perceive with our dense senses, in this 3D reality. So yeah.